Howdy y'all and happy Labor Day. I hope everybody's having a great Labor Day so far. As we can take a look at this day in weather history about 90 years ago, back in 1935. We had what was a catastrophic Category 5 hurricane that made landfall over by the Florida Keys. It's one of the strongest hurricanes to make landfall with over 200-mile-an-hour winds with a low pressure of 892 millibars. Quickly intensified from a Cat 1 to a Category 5 within 36 hours and killed over 400 people. And about 90 years into the future, we have a couple tropical storm chances out there. Keep in mind, nothing has formed yet, but we do have some pretty good chances of formation. As you can see, next 7 days, 40% chance down here by the Caribbean and Central America. And we have a 40% chance next 7 days out here in the main development region. Now, keep in mind, nothing has formed yet. Of course, social media people always fearmonger and they always show y'all end of the world hurricanes. We try not to do that here at Williams Weather. We don't do fearmongering. But we do show y'all the GFS, which takes us out in the next couple of weeks. Of course, GFS likes to print hurricanes and tropical storms this time of year, and we didn't have that back in August. And as we push us forward, we can see that we're not really expecting anything to form at least until this weekend down here by Central America. Keep this in mind if you live down by this way, by the way. And we can see out in the main development region, we have a couple chances of tropical storm development. Now, keep in mind, these could recurve and not affect America, but if they do, make sure you go follow your local meteorologist if you live amongst the coastal states down here by the Caribbean, even down here in Central America, as they will guide you in the right direction. Now, I'll try to do my best here at Williams Weather, but don't just rely on me or the social media people, because social media people like to fearmonger, as they always do, for clicks, and they always like to show you these catastrophic hurricanes well out into the future, about 200 hours out. Keep in mind, this won't even happen. But if it does, I will be on here reporting on it, as I always do. Now, if anything does form, it will be coming into some prime conditions, as we didn't really have much forming out there last month. So you can see the sea surface temperatures are really hot for this time of year, so any tropical storms that do form are going to be coming into a pretty favorable environment. So please, again, be aware of this. If you live amongst the coastal states, the Caribbean, Bermuda, and really anywhere out here. So again, please be aware of these tropical storm chances down here in the main development region and down here by the Caribbean. Now, there's also was a 10% chance. Now, not really much anything out there because it's mainly just going to be a big old rainstorm down here in the southeast. Let's get that here a little bit, actually. Of course, Eastern Pacific, not much out there. Central Pacific, not much there either, although Hone and Gilma moved out. And Hone actually became a typhoon, broke some records there, as it's going to be impacting the Asian countries. So again, I'm going to repeat myself, but always trust your sources. Don't rely on me. Don't trust any social media people because they always fearmonger. Always refer to this page or your local meteorologist. I know most people don't trust the mainstream media anymore, which I do understand, but please refer back to this page or any of your local meteorologists, as they will guide you in the right direction. And y'all should obviously be aware of tropical storms this time of year if you live amongst the coastal states, Caribbean, Central America, and even here by Bermuda. Now, other than those tropical storm chances down by the Caribbean and in the main development region, let's go ahead and take a look at the 500 millibar hiding on the map. Take a look at the next couple weeks. This will show us where our troughs and ridges are. Troughs are usually associated with the bad weather and sort of cooler weather. That's in the blue. And the ridges are usually associated with the good weather and sort of warmer weather. Now, if you did see my last video, we are going to be in this little fall-like weather pattern as we head into the next couple weeks. And we can see as we head into this week past Labor Day, we're going to be in a little bit of a ridging pattern, except for up here by Canada. And we can see that we could be dealing with some problems up here by Alaska. If having viewers up there, could be dealing with some major problems for the next couple of weeks. It's looking like a major trough is going to return amongst the eastern half of the country, and a major ridge is going to be in store out west. That's why, if you saw in the thumbnail, could be dealing with fall-like temperatures out east and a summer-like weather pattern out west. And this is going to change as we head past 200 hours. Not keep in mind, anything over 200 hours, that is sort of la-la land according to the models. And it's looking like we could be dealing with a major pattern shift as we head towards the end of the month. Now, how does this relate to our temperatures, you may wonder? Well, here on Labor Day, we can see that we're really cool out here amongst the eastern half of the country. Really cool for much of the country to be exact here on Labor Day. So get out there and enjoy your Labor Day, y'all. It looks like we could be coming back into a major heat wave tomorrow if you live amongst the central part of the country. Still remaining cool out east. Sort of hot out west. Cool up here by Canada and Alaska, of course. But watch as we head into this weekend. We're going to be coming back into some really cool air as far south as Alabama. And really much of the country is pretty cool on Sunday morning. Then a major heat wave is going to return amongst the central part of the country. Hot temperatures as far north as Canada again. And we're cooling down out west and out east. As we take a look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook by the Climate Prediction Center, we can see just this. See that the eastern part of the country is going to be well below average, while the western part of the country is going to be way above average, except for down here by Florida, where above average temperatures is going to be expected for y'all. Next 8 to 14 days, much of the same story. So we can see that trough and ridging pattern taking full effect here, as a ridge is going to be taking hold of the western part of the country, and a trough is going to be taking hold of the eastern part of the country, and we could be in a fall-like weather pattern out east. So get out there and enjoy it, y'all, for the next couple of weeks. And speaking of temperatures, we got bird migration, not that illegal migration, but bird migration, as we had 348 million birds predicted to move out here. See, the brighter the colors, the more the migration, the darker the colors, the less the migration. So we had some bird migration last night, y'all. See over here by Indiana, we had almost 26 million birds moving towards the southwest. So as a sign of fall, y'all. So you can see the fall foliage map this week. Expect some fall foliage up here by Washington, up into the northeast. And backtracking here to the precipitation, we can see that there's a slight risk for heavy precipitation from Texas up into the east coast. This is mainly due to those tropical storm chances down by the Caribbean. Could be moving its way up here. And as we take a look at that, by the way, we know we got some severe weather today, actually. Got a few marginal risks, mainly due to some high winds and large hail. So please be aware of this. If you have anything you don't want blowing around or damage from large hail. We can see that it's going to be very soggy, as we're going to have systems that just go over the same area over and over and over down here. Could be coming in on a very soggy weather pattern as we head into the weekend. Still remaining dry from Montana down into Tennessee. Sort of soggy up here in the northwest. See that system up by Alaska I was talking about earlier? Had a low pressure up there. Could be causing a lot of problems. Some snowfall just north of Canada. And watch as we head into the middle parts of the month. I was talking about there could be some tropical storms moving into Florida. This might not even happen because it's well over 200 hours into the future. And we can see we got a little bit of a low pressure system moving in amongst the northwest. Could be bringing some snowfall to Nevada as soon as the end of the month. So something to keep our eye on as well out into the future. This is La La Land when it comes to the models. But we'll be keeping an eye on this potential snowstorm out by Nevada, and this potential tropical storm or hurricane that might not even happen by Florida. And we can see on the precipitation outlook by the Climate Prediction Center, much of the country is going to be well below average from eastern Washington down into Tennessee, but well above average precipitation is expected from Texas on over into Florida up in the northeast, mainly due to some stationary systems moving over the same area over and over and over again, and a potential tropical storm or hurricane out here somewhere. Now, of course, the western part of the country is way above average as well. Next 8 to 14 days, really much of the same story. So definitely could be coming in on a very stormy and soggy weather pattern out here amongst the southeast, as we could have some tropical storms moving in, as well as up here in the northwest. Could have some soggy conditions as well, but it's looking like there's not going to be any drought relief if you live amongst the central part of the country and even parts of the Ohio Valley, as well as the southwest. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's weather forecast. If you did, make sure you hit that like and share buttons for more folks informed about the weather. Also, leave me some feedback in the comment section down below, as feedback helps provide you the viewer better and more informative content in the future. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with bell notifications turned on so you never miss an upload, because here Wednesday weather, we try to make weather forecasting fun and informative. So some of this video, basically it's looking like we're going to be coming into a very soggy and stormy weather pattern down in the southeastern part of the country, as it's looking like we could be coming in on some stationary fronts moving through, as well as a potential tropical storm or hurricane as we head towards the end of the month. Now, obviously, this will change, and I will keep an eye on it, so make sure you follow this page and go follow my X and Facebook pages as well to keep you all informed on there. And it's looking like we also have some tropical storm chances down in the Caribbean and main development region. I'll be keeping an eye on those as well. Don't fall for any sort of fear-mongering on social media, as there will be some fear-mongering on there, of course, for clicks. Don't fall for that garbage. Make sure you have trusted sources. Go follow National Hurricane Center and your local meteorologist for guidance, as they will put you in the right direction. Other than precipitation and tropical storms, it's looking like a fall-like weather pattern is going to be in store, as a cool down is going to be in store out east, and it's looking like a heat wave could be in store out west, as it is meteorological fall. So if you have any sort of fall foliage you want to send my way, make sure you go send it to my X and Facebook pages. I would greatly appreciate any sort of weather footage y'all want to send my way. I greatly appreciate that. So again, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching. Enjoy your Labor Day if you're watching this on Labor Day. And until next time, never stop forecasting.